So welcome to Fax TV. This week we're coming up to the last game of the season, of the regular season, Barrow Raiders. But this week I've been joined by the directors. And we're going to use this as a communication method, are we, chaps? We're going to squash some rumours. Mm-hmm. I think the most important one, or the most prominent one I should say, once again this season on Fax TV, we're going to have to squash the rumour of this is not a hologram. Tony Abbott is still here. The rumours have been rife from the forums, and the statement went out on Thursday regarding Carl's departure. We have no idea where these rumours keep on coming from, do we? You're definitely here, Tony, aren't you? You've not changed your mind again.
Should we put that to bed straight away? I feel like we're talking about stuff that we shouldn't be talking about, but I think it's well documented that I've had personal troubles in my personal life, and I've had to go away and sort them out, and that's meant that I couldn't come down to as many of the games as I like to. Am I still a fan? Of course I am. Wherever I've been in the world, I've always been in touch with Ian. Ian's been texting me results. Mike, you've been doing it as well. So it's just because I'm not here doesn't mean that I'm not involved, and certainly much involved.
The second rumour we need to, again, work with is regarding the rent. There's been a rent issue, so I'll put this one to Mr. Steele.
Yeah, well, it's the favourite subject around about here is that the Rugby League Club is behind with its rent, and I can tell you with absolute certainty that at this moment the Rugby League Club's rent is fully up to date, even on Calderdale Council's numbers. We don't accept Calderdale Council's numbers. We think they're overcharging us because we've paid and significantly more money in recent years than the football club, and we don't accept the basis on which one club is treated differently from the other. But we have today remitted, or there has been remitted sufficient funds to make Calderdale accept that we're up to date, as a means, we hope, of opening the door to the negotiations which have to take place to get some parity and to get some fairness in terms of how this stadium is managed.
Okay, so as we move on, there's a third rumour that's come out today, which, again, one of the chaps will be able to clarify, is Craig Poskett. Chaps, what's his position?
Craig is coming in as commercial director. The club needs the income streams to increase. It starts at the bottom. We need the fans on the turnstiles, we need groundboard sponsorship, we need programme sales, everything. But the bigger part of the business is we need a bigger portfolio of businesses, large, small, medium, to come in, however big, and help out on the commercial front. And Craig is very experienced. He's been at Castleford as commercial director, he's been at Featherstone as chief exec, he's well known in the trade. In fact, he's even been in the press recently claiming to have brought over £1 million worth of sales into rugby league, and we've targeted him with £500,000. So if he does half as good as he's done previously, we'll be very happy.
Okay, so one of the questions that the fans have been asking, which came up on Fax TV not so long ago, was regarding training facilities. Is this something that's been addressed? Because it's got some of the fans worried that the lads are just training on mud.
Well, we've probably got the best training facilities that any club could have, but we just don't own them. That's the reality. We've got a fantastic link with Calderdale College, and we've got a new link with the Trinity Academy, and also a link with Heath. Okay, they're not in the same place. We are trying to make it more accessible by putting everything into one zone, which we're working on behind the scenes. We have got some great facilities.
But I think what people need to be aware of, Ian, as well, I've been involved in the club now for 4 years?
Yeah.
4 years. And that's always been the case.
For 10 years. For 10 years. For 10.
So why the issue now? This is something that's always been as it is, and yet, for the foreseeable future, I can't see it changing. I can't see us owning our own training facilities, but that's how it is. And we make do, we deal with it. It's never been an issue, I don't believe, with the players and coaching staff.
No.
So yeah, deal with it.
I mean, if you go back to, I've been involved even longer than either of these two. As far as I'm aware, the last time the club had its own dedicated training facility was when, during the long period of delay for planning consent up at Thrum Hall, when they had the Thrum Hall pitch to train on, and they were playing on the pitch here at the Shea. Before that, the club had had a training facility which was sold when money troubles drove them to it. We're now trying to get permanent arrangements on other people's ground because it's not practical to buy our own, but that's no different than the football club. They have the same difficulty we do, that they aren't allowed to train on the pitch here and they have to find somewhere else. We've managed up to now at least to be more local than they've managed to be, but it will be better next season than it has been this season, and this season was probably a step up on the previous seasons.
And looking at next season, and obviously because of this week's news, have you put yourself a time frame you like to employ a new coaching team?
When it's right.
The right person
When
at the
it's
right
right,
time.
yeah.
And how does that affect the recruitment for next year?
The recruitment was well underway. Not going to mention any names, but we've got some pretty exciting players already lined up. We've also extended a majority of the squad. Numbers, at the moment, it's looking like 7 in, 7 out. And maybe 1 or 2 to add. But at Halifax, the coach picks the team, not the board. The board try and provide the funds, and for the last 3 years, regardless of what people might say, this club has spent to the full salary cap. And we intend to do it again. Well, we won't spend to the £1 million salary cap, but we will have a good competitive team with some pretty exciting players next year.
And the current position, shall we say, that's not affected plans too much?
It's stalled 1 or 2 deals that we were looking at, because obviously it would be wrong to conclude a deal with an outgoing coach that probably the ingoing coach may not agree with. So, as I said, there might be another couple of additions, but that's down to the coach.
And was there any particular reason due to the timing? Or were we just trying to get the season out?
Sorry, guys. Yeah. Shall I do this?
Yeah,
the timing, people are criticising the timing, but anybody that works in this industry, in this sport, knows that players discuss contracts before the end of the season. They don't wait till the last ball's kicked and then go look for a job. So to give Carl and Lee the best opportunity to find something else and to give the club the best opportunity to find a replacement, it was felt that the time was right. That's why we made the decision to make the break between us, a joint decision to make the break collectively. And now we all agreed, so time will tell.
So Scott's in charge for this weekend. Has Scott got the Jim Gannon, Man Gonzalez, the usual chaps supporting him this weekend?
And a few extras.
And a few extras. How do you foresee then the rest of the season? I hate to say it, grand final still a target with his current coaching setup?
Always.
This is what's got me, right? Only last night I choose not to read these forums. I choose not to get involved in any of them, and I bit last night in a polite way, I hope. But it kind of grinds me why we make decisions that the majority of people that stand out there have been talking about way before the decision was actually collectively made. So you make the decision and then it comes back the other way. Why have you done that? And I'm like, well, we're in a no-win scenario. What we're not looking at is the goals for the club have still not changed. Yes, it was to come 1 and 2 for all the monetary extras that you got for coming first or second, but if you ask the players what their goal was, it was certainly to get to the grand final and win the grand final. That's that in their mind. I don't think that's ever changed. What a great story this would be. What a great story it would be. Has it been done before? Of course it's been done before. You can look down and out and buried. I would imagine that, and I've not seen it from my own eyes, but I would imagine that Scott's gone rared up to go. I think you're going to see something completely different in terms of attitude on the pitch, off the pitch in this room, and then let's hope off the pitch and in the terraces, because that's what we need. If this club's going to win it, all three parts of them elements have got to do their bit. If one bit fails, then we all fail. So we've all got to try and do our bit to make sure we get there. But fairy tales do happen.
From this then, boys and girls, Barrow's still as big a game as the rest of the games. And hopefully we've squashed any rumours you've seen. We'll look forward to reading the social media afterwards. But as it stands at the moment, Halifax Rugby League need you. Need you now, they need you next season. We need you through this turnstiles. And the people in blue and white, the 17 men who will be playing on that pitch, still need you. So from Fax TV and the chaps who are joining me now, hope to see you on Sunday.
We'd like to extend our best wishes to the Halifax wheelchair team for their final at the Richardson Centre on Sunday morning. I hope as many people as possible will get down there to support them.
Yeah, well done, good shout.
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
Yeah, it's a really exciting game, so if you have got a chance to go along and watch them and cheer them on to the final and win it, hopefully, then do so. It would be a great thing for Halifax if they could win it.